Hello again, this is Randy. Welcome back to the shop. Today going to be starting on machining the pulley, the flat belt pulley, and the two flywheels for the hit and miss engine. I got a mandrel made up here for mounting the pulley and the flywheel between centers for turning. And forgot what I was going to say, but anyway, let's head on over to the lathe and let's get started on it. And bore it. I'm going to turn it around, face the other end. Then I'm going to broach the keyway in it and mount it on a mandrel. And the rest of the turning is going to be done on a mandrel. Let's see here. Okay, I'm going to touch off here on this. Crank up the feed here a little bit. I got approximately 160 thousandths I got to take off the width of this pulley. That cleaned up pretty good. I'm going to take a little bit off, a little bit more off. Okay, what I'm going to do now is I got another tool. I'm going to put a radius at the bottom of this here. Turn it some more here. I'm gonna hit the outside ring. Let me turn this a little bit more here. Here we go. heck was that? I don't know what that noise was. This should be the last pass through here. Blow this out, we'll check it. Let's see if our mandrel fits. I made a mandrel this morning. Yep. Beautiful. Now if I can get it out, there we go. Okay, now what I have to do is I need to broach 1/8" keyway in here. All right, I'm gonna get to turning this wheel here. I have it mounted on the mandrel. I got the keyway broached in it, and I put a set screw on the other side. I'll show you that here in a bit. But first I'm gonna do is, camera shut off. First thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna trim this to width. Let me grab my caliper a second here. They want it 1" 300, and we're at, let's see here, 1" 465. So I got to take about 80 thousandths aside. I'm just going to take a tool here and clean up this inside edge. This inside edge inside here, down in inside. I'm going to give that a little bit more. Here we go. And I'm going to take this out and I'm going to flip it around and do the same on the other side. Right there you can see the key goes into the pulley, and I drilled for a little set screw that presses on the keyway to lock the pulley in place. Now I'll clean up the edge. Alright, let's check our width here. I'm going to take one more cut off each side. I'll do this one. I'll do this side, and then I'll chamfer the inside like I did the other. Then I'll flip it back, and I'll take another cut on the other side. I'm using the compound set at 3 degrees to cut my taper on the outside of this pulley. The outside diameter of this pulley needs to be approximately 3 inch. got to go here. Yeah, we got probably another 10 thousandths to go. All right. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to flip it around, do the taper on the other side, and then I'll do both sides till this spot cleans up in the middle here. Starting our second side now. That spot's just about cleaned up. Got just a little bit here. Little tiny bit right there. But that might clean when I do the other side. Yeah, it might just get it. All right, I'm gonna flip this back around. Okay, I'm gonna check our measurement here. I'm gonna take another 5, I think. See where we're at here. That's about dead nuts in the middle. One tiny little spot right there. Check our diameter here once. See where we ended up. .308, and this side is going to be .317. All right, I'm going to put a little more Dicom on this, and I'm going to flip it around. I'm going to take a 10/1000 cut here, and it should be done. Got one tiny little spot right there, but I'm pretty much centered. So I'm going to get some emery here, and I'm going to polish this. And by the time I polish it, that little spot right there will be gone. Okay, this is all finished up. So I'm going to get this off of here and get the flywheels deburred, and then we'll start machining them. Okay, I got one of the flywheels in the lathe here and got it trued up best as possible. Now I got to machine this hub. It's got to be 11/16 from center. So I measured one of the ribs, and it's 4/16. So you take half of that away, which is 208. And so 11/16 minus 208 is 479.5. What I did is I touched off here, right there. And now I got to come out 479.5. Right there. And that's the length that my hub has to be. Oh, let's get this lathe warmed up here a little bit. I got it trued up this way. The diameter on this center hub needs to be 1 inch, 162. All right, I got this part of the hub turned to length and diameter. Now I'm gonna cut a radius there down in the corner. Here we go. Now I'm going to drill and bore the hole through it. All right, starting to bore this flywheel out here. Yeah, I gotta check the size on this here. See where we're at. We are at 480. Okay. I'm going to take it out to 490. Check this again. I didn't get it locked good. Yeah, we'll try that. We're at 492. This should be the last pass right here. see where I ended up here. $500 right on the nose. Okay, this part can come out of the lathe now, and I got a broach the keyway in it, and then I'm going to mount it to the mandrel, and I'm going to turn it between centers. All right, let's broach this keyway here. Release this a little bit here and let the broach recenter itself. You don't want to break it. There we go. Now we got to put a shim in behind the broach. One of these little shims here. Clean some of the chips off. That goes down in here like this. So you get this back in there again. I gotta slide this off to the side here. All right, here we go for pass number 2. I'm going to get a little rod to shove that through the rest of the way. All right, there's our mandrel with the keyway, with the key put in it, and it fits on the pulley nice, so, or the flywheel rather. So what I got to do now is I got to take and drill some 832. I got to drill and tap some 832 holes for set screws. There's got to be one here and 190 degrees to it. I think I got this figured out. I had to figure out a way to keep from ringing, but I think I got it. I think I got it now. Running at 140 RPM with a 5,000th in feet per pass. And we're on about 4,000 feet per rev. really wish this flywheel didn't have so much core shift in it. The other one's nice, but this one here is really bad. Okay, this thing's just about cleaned up. I just took a measurement. It's at 8" 184. They said the engine runs the smoothest the bigger the flywheels are. They said ideally is 8" 200, but obviously I can't get there and clean it up. So I think another 5/1000 will clean it. So let's give it a cut here and see what it looks like. I ended up slowing it down to 84 RPM, and I cranked the feet up to 7/1000 per rev. And it's nice and smooth, no chatter. All right, see what it looks like this time. Yeah, it's just about got it all. I'm gonna go another 5. Okay, let's see what we got. Just the faintest little bit right on the edge. What I gotta do now is they want it to be 875 wide, so 7/8. Where are we at here now? We're at 943. So I'm going to touch off on this web here again with the tool, and I can come out 27 thousandths, or 229 thousandths rather, and that's where I got to put my edge. I'm going to have to move the camera here. Okay, we're going to take a cut on the outside rim here. Looks like this edge of this rim is going to be cleaned up after this pass, and I'll check with a caliper to see where we're at. Because it measured 0.943 before, so that gave me what was it? About 32 thousandths to take off. Let's have a measure now. Yeah, we got 936. So I can move over, take another 10, and then I'll save the rest for taking off the other side. Now I have to take a cutter. I have to even up the width of that ring because you can see it's got run out in it. The other side is pretty good, but this side here is, like I said, there was a lot of shift in the casting. All right, take another measure here. Let's see where we're at. $9.20. Okay. Okay, I'm starting on the other side now. About 18, 19 thousandths to go. Take off the width to be the 875. Yeah, I'm gonna check it here once it's not here. I'm gonna do my dial caliper. We're at 898, so we got 21 thousandths to go. Take 10. All right, this one here is all done. Turned out pretty good. Got a nice radius down in here. That was tricky because the tool kept wanting to chatter. The final machining, the last couple thousandths I took out of that by turning it by hand and feeding the tool in to keep it from chattering. But the other one is going to be basically the same, except I need to... Well, there you go. Both the flywheels are done. The keyways that I broached in them. And this one here is identical to the one that's on the right side of the engine here. It's identical to this one, except this inside flange I had to machine off because there's a governor arm bracket that I need to machine that's going to sit on here. There's 2 slots that I got to machine in the flywheel here. This gets bolted and it has a keyway in it, so it won't turn. And then the governor arms will pass through these spokes here, and they're going to have adjusters and springs on them. And then there's a shift collar for the governor that I also have to make. That's going to go on here. But this fits right on here, like that there. Put my piece of key stock in. Just like that. And these flywheels are timed. They got a counterweight in them here opposite of the crank throw. I don't know if you can see that or not. The crank throw is here. The piston is all the way forward. and the counterweight is on the back. But and here's the pulley. Here's the pulley here. So it's coming along. So anyway, hope you enjoyed that. And so the governor parts are what I'm going to be starting on next. There's the governor arm bracket. There's a shift collar. There's a timing lever, and the timing gear shaft that I have to make, and all that stuff. So hope you stick around for that, and we'll see you in the next one. Take care. Bye-bye.